Okay, this is something new we're doing now, I guess. I wanted to give a little brief intro to the new style of how we're gonna do this before jumping into it, you know, especially if you're new or whatever. But I feel like the ideas of me talking about all my shit versus the Olympic and power and body lifting, whatever I do, can sometimes get a little weird in the mix. People might come for certain things. So I thought it'd be fun to try just like splitting them up for a little while, having a little bit more creativity with it. So, you know, while I'm doing my drive, I'm just gonna talk about my shit as normal, but you get to see me now. And then vice versa with the weightlifting videos, those are still gonna be there, but just no talking behind it, just strictly the weightlifting. So if that's what you came for, that's what you can get, with a little bit of the funny clips I get in between, you know, just for some in between the set fun times. And now you don't have to watch me walking around for like 5 minutes if I don't have any more video to show you. So I hope you enjoy it, you know, whatever. I think this will be a cool change, and, you know, a little sneak peek. If you get through the weightlifting stuff, we're gonna talk a little bit about that kind of change kind of bullshit. So, you know, here we go.
Yeah, yes or no. If it doesn't, like, okay. Well, I feel like we need a scale. We gotta do that. Well, being in office. Jim, you might be a professional athlete for comedy. No, Jay, I hope you in my next video. I was going to change it up. I'm going to serve down.
Feeling a little bit special. Yeah, why not? 50-pound jump seems fun.
Yes, sir, Steven. Yes, sir.
Just need to add a little pep in our step. Nothing like a little bit of passion to make the phantom core pain go away. Feels like shit. Man, who the fuck forgot to tell me about my camera dimensions? Gotta shoot it wide. Core strength is at a fucking 0 right now. Nothing like the good old classic Pokemon soundtracks to keep me pumped up. I'm pretty sure, in the nicest way possible, that guy's never benched before in his life. That was terrifying. Either I just like talking to myself, or I'm highly schizophrenic. Oh, I fucking needed that support today, man. Losing weight is fun and all, but man, this is way too little energy. Thank you, bro. Okay, time to quit stalling and see if my shoulder explodes. Alright, I gotta pick up the fucking pace now. Oh, I'm about to mind over matter the shit out of these snatches. I'm starting to scare myself with how fast I'm getting. Even the 50-pound jumps today, oh my god. I'm actually scared shitless right now. Oh, that felt so ugly. Maybe I shouldn't ignore my ripped thumb tape. Well, I hope you're doing as good as I'm doing tonight. You can see me now. That's fun. I feel like I can be a lot more expressive this way. You can see me fidget with my hands while I drive because that's safe. But I'm very excited to do this, and I think it'll be fun. It's a little new change that I think will give me a little bit new of a desire, you know, and a little bit new purpose, just for the fucking hell of it. Why not? So physically, like a 6.2. Like, that might seem shit because it's not anywhere near what I normally am at, but to give myself credit, we're losing weight, we're eating way more clean than I was before, so that means a lot less carbs to keep me running. So, you know, energy's down, and the other day I worked out for 5 hours straight, and benching and snatching on the same day is very fucking difficult. So, you know, we can give myself a little bit of a break as I'm getting used to doing abs and cardio every day. But I'm still very proud of the effort I put in mentally. We can put that shit at a solid 8.5. The 5 just because I'm doing this new shit and I'm actually really excited myself. But I just thought it would be fun. I don't know how the quality's gonna be. I'm sorry if it's fucky or shaky. I might just try to record these while I'm parked in my car. If this doesn't work, but I think it'd be more fun to just talk to you while I drive like I normally do, because I got ideas flowing right now, you know. I get post-gym when I'm all worked up and emotional and feeling great. That's when I like to get my shit out. So we're feeling great is all I'm saying. Getting into it, you know, the main topic I think is really, really important to understand that change is not just changing for the hell of it. You know, I know I keep saying that, oh, I just want to lose a little bit of weight because I think it'd be fun. Why not? And I'm doing these new video styles because why not? That's like, you know, the baseline. That's what my brain throws out. But in reality, it's more centered around these new unknown changes, you know, we can call them, are gonna be what get me to find out new purpose in my life. Now that may seem stupid because it's like, oh, you just did a little bit of a change in your video, and oh, you know, you're just losing a couple pounds. No matter how small, I get worked up about this shit. No matter how small or how many goals you have, there is never enough passion. You know, you can always have more goals. It's just about how much you're able to take without being overwhelmed. You know, because you don't want to be fucking hating what you're doing. Like, I'm not doing this little mini shred because I hate myself and I don't like it and I don't want to do it anymore. I enjoy it. It's a fun new little thing. But I'm not doing what the typical cut man would do, where they go and eat nothing and they eat just straight up rice and chicken every fucking meal. I eat my chicken, my rice, my ground beef, sure, but I'm still eating the proportions that I want, because that's what makes me comfortable. I'm still eating ramen sometimes. I don't do the spice package because I'm scared for my heart. I already got underlying health issues there, so we're gonna keep that under wraps while I can. But, you know, not to, you know, if you're new, or wherever you're coming from, if you've been here, you know I tangent, I rant. It happens. This is why I do it. I love spewing the shit, and then things I didn't know I was thinking of just end up coming out of nowhere. So, anyway, I do what I love, not because I feel like I am obligated or disciplined to do it. You know, the discipline's very important, but the discipline should come along with the passion. You know, there's no point in doing this shit if you end up hating it in the end, you know? Like, sure, you might be shredded, but how long is that gonna last if your mentality's in the shitter, you know? I tell people this all the time. You can always be on a bulk, but you can never always be on a cut. This is obviously not technically true. You could always be cutting and losing weight, but it's about the comfort of your own individuality, you know, what you're able to mentally and physically take every day. Because you can always put more things in your body to work out, you know, but you don't want to do too much, because then you'll be uncomfortable with maybe your weight or how much weight you're throwing in general. Because again, heavyweight's always fun, but if you get injured, then again, what's the point? And on the other end, if you eat too little, then you can become anorexic, you can lose too much weight to where you can't gain strength anymore. And again, no matter how shredded you are, if you're not loving what you're doing, why are you doing it? I know that I'm saying it in such simple terms, but I don't think people understand how down to earth this topic really is, you know? When you're finding new things to do, that you never thought you would do before, and you have no idea where you're going to go with it. That's exactly why you do them. You know, the ambiguity of life is what keeps you going. I know a lot of people hate that they don't know what's going to happen, and they don't know if they're going to be successful, and whatever, the what ifs, the freaking out about your past and your future instead of sitting in the present. But, you know, at the core of it, it's all about just maintaining yourself for the sake of your own self. I'm running out of words, but I hope you get what I mean when I say that. But it's just, it's not so back and forth about worrying and like constantly thinking I could have done better. What if I did this, whatever. That little bit of mystery where you don't know what you're doing that's what allows you to go fuck around and find out. You know, I know a lot of people still do it years later in the gym, but when you first start out, you're maxing out every other week or doing shit you're definitely not supposed to be doing because you're new to it. You're not gonna be, like, it's very hard to start something and do too much of it and hurt yourself and not be able to do it again. You know, it's really hard to do that. You gotta have a really bad coach or really bad friends if that's what's gonna happen. But normally when you start something, you just, because you have no expectations, which again, I'm always telling people, try to lower your not to lower your, what you need for yourself, but like, you don't need to live by expectations. I really don't think you do. I'm human. Of course I have expectations. I'm not gonna deny that. You know, I can't just turn them off because it's a natural thing that happens in my brain when shit pisses me off. But expectations are just there to limit you or give you a goal that's way higher than you'll ever be. And so if you can work with that and you can go like, oh, I don't care if I don't hit that weight, I just want to work toward it. That's what's special. That's that fucking good mindset that will keep you going. But if you're worrying so much about requiring yourself to hit those weights or do whatever goals you have in the future, then no, you're never gonna end up there and you're just gonna be disappointed in yourself. Like, it's just, there's not a lot of room for error when you put limiters on your own mentality. So, you know, at least the way that I see it is when you find these small little things that seem so insignificant and it's like, oh, why should I even try that hard? I'm not saying to put in your fucking 100% and kill yourself doing whatever set or new thing you're trying to do. You know, you got to do it with a pace, and you want to do it to where it's fun and so that you can want to come back. But just enjoying the moment and putting in the effort that you have that day for that new specific thing is what may lead to a new passion project in the future. I tell people this all the time about your friends, you know, whatever relationships you have. I know too many people where they will complain and be in this sad, sunken zone where they think that the friends they grew up in high school with for like those 10 years of whatever your childhood, you're never gonna have those again, and if there's no point in trying to look because you can't live near those people anymore when you go to college. And that's absolute fucking horseshit. Now, don't get me wrong, you can never replace what they were, and that's not a bad thing. You're supposed to hold that dear to yourself because it was a unique experience. But that doesn't mean you don't have room in your brain or in your body or whatever for a new friendship that could be even better than the ones that you thought that you couldn't get past in the first place. But again, that's all a mentality. It's a mindset. If you're gonna tell yourself that you can't fucking do it, then of course you're not gonna do it, because there's no point. Your brain's gonna immediately tell you every time you try, there's no point because you think it this way. You know? So you gotta turn that little expectation switch off and just go for it, you know? And so, again, when these new things pop up, don't think, what a waste of time, I have other shit to do. I would rather rest and hang out than do a new thing, you know? Especially like when you get invited out or just new hobbies or anything you can try out. It's about latching on to whatever passion you have there and running it as long as humanly possible. Because again, you can never have too much passion. It's what makes you take that next step. It's so fucking important to every individual person, because if you don't have that, then you don't have life. And you know, we're not gonna be there. We are not those people. We are in this life to be in it. So, I don't know. I never, again, I want to preface, I never do this to say that you should do one thing a certain way or one thing another. I'm just giving my general explanation of my own personal experiences, because it's so important to understand where other people are coming from a neutral standpoint, so that, like, again, I'm biased in my own thoughts, but that doesn't mean I am more positive or negative when I'm like meeting in the middle about it. You know, I'm always about positivity, and I'm always going to think one way because that's just who I am. But I always try to just throw it out there in a general, vague way, so that if you can even latch onto one little thing, that's what might take you to the next step. And again, it's not just a new hobby or a new thing you learn and want to try to work on. It's like this. It's if you can latch onto one little thing I say and then produce that in real life in a new manner that allows you to grow as a new person, then boom, instant new passion. It's kind of like the human currency of life, you know? I get money's important and a lot of people worry about that kind of thing, but what keeps you going is how much passion you got stored up. So I'm constantly thinking, I will never have no goals. I will always be working towards something. I'm not just doing this to do Olympic lifting or powerlifting or bodybuilding or cutting, whatever. If I get fucked up and I can't do Olympic lifting, next week I'm doing the next thing. And next week I'm doing the next. If I can't go to the gym at all, I'm playing tennis next week. Why not? There's a million billion things you can fucking do to allow yourself some new personality, you know, some new drive. So let's bring it all together. You know, let's come huddle up. Take it with a grain of salt. I fucking mean it. This is my own interpretation. I just think that people might have an easier time latching on to this kind of thing if they hear it from someone else that they don't know. Because me and you, talking to you, we have no expectations for one another. Because I don't know you and you don't know me. So I'm just throwing it out there the way I see it, and hopefully you throw it back at me the way that you see it. You know, if you ever want to say anything in the comments, not as a bait to get you to comment, but I love shooting back and forth with you guys to see where your mental state's at, or see where you're at in life, or see how you could be inspired, you know? But that being said, we're pulling up to home. I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even really hungry anymore because I've been losing weight and eating a lot cleaner, but the chicken and rice will be consumed because your boy is consistent. God damn it. I will not miss unless I am not passionate anymore, you know? So I'm gonna try to lose some weight and get cut and look good for a little while. But if I end up fucking hating it, you're gonna see me with some donuts. I promise. I'll eat them in the car for you. I'll have some fun with it, you know? We'll eat some ice cream or whatever the fuck I want, but just put yourself first. You know, that's so important. You can't put the things in life ahead of you. Your own individuality, your own unique life is number one. Not in an ego or narcissistic way. You just got to make sure that you're okay on top of everything else. Because everything you do in life, all that passion you build up, is icing on top of the cake. In order to live, you got to be breathing. So make sure you got that down, and then let's build up the passion. And life will probably get a lot more fun. So that's just the way I see it, you know. I hope this is a fun new thing. It's okay if you guys don't like it, but I want to try it out for a little while and just see where it goes, have fun with it. And again, if the passion's not there, then fuck it. You'll be just watching me lift again, talking about some bullshit along the way. But I love it regardless. That's what I'm here for. So, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. That's all I got. I'll see you.